Yeah, yeah. I always did like that opening. That was always a good opening. What's going on, everyone? It's your buddy Snacks here in puppet form right now. Mm-hmm. 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 And I'm trying to do a stream every other day, a stream or a video every other day. That's kind of my New Year's resolution for this month, and we might move the goalpost. Um, you know, uh, a little a little more down the line. February might be a little more different. March is gonna be crazy because we have a whole bunch of stuff going on March, and also the birthday and all that stuff. So that's gonna be very very modified. But yeah, we're just playing it, just playing it day by day. Hmm. Yep, yep, day by day. But yeah, yeah. I see we have a crazy horse. It is your year. That's right. In the chat, we got Jedi Master. Jedi Master's in here too, and I think we had how was it Joseph? Was it Joseph Frost Ghost guy? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And of course we have. Oh my goodness! Look at this. Look at this. We got a Stone Cold Loki. Keep it rolling. You crazy undersubbed mother monkey. I added that bit. He doesn't know my mom's a monkey. Um, but but for real, for real, for real. An orange orangutan, you say? Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, Jedi Master's here. Yep, yep. We're just rolling in. We're rolling in like crazy. And yeah, yeah. But so a lot of craziness has been happening in the news. Well, it's kind of kept it a nice chill Saturday. It was actually nice to have an off Saturday. Just not doing anything. I didn't even go to the gym. I just kind of kept it easy. Kind of kept it easy all day. Alice is here. Hello, hello. Yeah. Um. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just slightly doing some sewing projects and whatnot. I'm trying to develop a tabletop game that I may or may not launch. We'll see. We'll see how the trials work and all that stuff. I actually found a good pattern for a little thing I'm making. So yeah, yeah. So well, a lot of stuff in the background. I'm always trying to do something, even though I should be streaming more and uh, messing around in the background a little less. But yeah, that's kind of my New Year's resolution, right? Yeah, but but while I was sleeping and chilling and just keeping it cool and all that stuff, we had some badass mofo's like with the special forces, Delta Force and the Night Stalkers and all those guys just flying into Venezuela and freaking did a snatch job on freaking Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan dictator guy. I mean, I remember there was like a whole bunch of drama back in like 2020, back when President Trump was still he was still the president, um, and there was like a whole bunch of hub. And everyone's like, "You ain't doing nothing about it." Blah 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 blah. Big old puff chests. And then he got to he he uh he wasn't able to be president for the next 4 years. I'm gonna let you debate on if it was fair or not about the election thing. I ain't gotta talk about that bit. What we will talk about is the fairness of the Venezuelan election, which um, yeah, yeah. If you thought 2020 election was a little um, shenanigans. Let's just say the Venezuelan one. Yeah, that was just like straight up, straight up, straight up freaking fraud in general. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Not even. But it didn't really matter. Why? Because well, when you're a communist dictator, um, elections are more just a formality. You know what I mean? It's more of a formality. And what is it? So Maduro's out, but they got this other chick who is pretty much a psycho freaking commie herself. Um, I guess running it, but let's be honest. The U.S. is saying that they run the nation. It's a little, it's like, who's are we doing regime changes? Are we doing like are we are we playing like who can run what country and all that stuff? I mean, ah, you know what I mean? It's tough because, like, yeah, they were technically a different country, but they were also a criminal organization, literally a cartel, affecting the average American citizen in a terrible way. Not financially, parts physically, and let's be honest. There's been a lot of people who are fleeing Venezuela because um, they just how communist dictators, um, they just have a great retention rate of citizens, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. Now look at East Germany. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's not the this is obviously he's been a very bad hombre. Remember how they're chastising El Trumpo about the bad hombres? Oh, you don't like brown people. It's like, he never said anything about brown people. He's talking about bad dudes that happen to be from a different country that may or may not speak Spanish. Yeah, that's that's pretty much it. And of course, we were talking about the whole fraud on the Minnesota areas. So it's a lot of whew, 2026 is starting to really, really pipe up. We're just like, okay, let's see what's under here. Oh yeah, okay. It's time to clean shop. You know what I mean? It's time to clean up. Time to clean up what we got, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. China's just like the prevents Russia, China, Iran from getting to Venezuela. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100% they're Jedi Master. Yeah. Let's oh, what's that one guy? Oh shoot, I forgot his name. He's like an army intel guy, and I always like it because he tries to shill his books. He's like, here's the books, and I also have for you Marines out there, I had it on Audible. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Oh, I forgot his name. I think it's McBreth or something like that. Um, yeah, but oh, is my mic changing again? Hold on. No, my mic should be good. Yeah, my mic's fine. Hold on. Hold on. Let me fix up something. No. Yeah. Jedi Master just texted me, you're having mic trouble. I think I've been kicking the cord. There we go. Should sound better now. Does it sound good now, guys? I hope so. It's always a thing about the mic. It's like, does it ever really change or not? It says my mic's fine. Maybe because I was like talking out of the way. Nope, doesn't sound good. Okay, there we go. It should sound better, right? As you're trying to go for suck on. Okay, and I ASM get better each show. Oh yeah, gotcha. Still a little robot-y. Much better. Okay. Yeah, I just reset it. I don't know what was going on. I just hit it with the
with the old switcheroo, and I didn't really change anything. Interesting, but yeah. But let's look. Well, okay, all right. So I hope you heard that little tangent. Shit, freaking man, I gotta find some way to freaking make sure these wires and the mic can like fix in, because the thing is like it's all like jangly, jingly, jangly, and all that stuff. So I gotta make sure it's a lot better, much better. Thank you for the update on the. Uh, I hate technology sometimes. Yeah, but the show must go on. All right, so yeah, he said get some Velcro. Yeah, Velcro might be good. Wires and Velcro. You know what? I actually might have to do some infrastructure tomorrow after work, because I'm going back to work. It is the 5th, and then Monday on the 5th is my first day back, and it's got to be a lot of first day back. So everyone's got to be like, "Whoa, it's Monday. Oh, I have to work. Whoa." Now I'm all like, "Oh man, I hate getting up so early, but at least I get paid today, or rather, I get paid the next week, but I can get hours down so I can get paid for that next week." So, you know what I mean? Cash flow is all about it, right? Cash flow is what make the world go. You know what I mean? And speaking about cash flow and the world go, um, we got a lot of oil. We got a lot of oil now. You know what I mean? And well, let's just say some of that oil that Moderno had control were actually they were actually U.S. based companies that they were kind of controlling, and it was like, um, what's going on over here? You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's how it goes. That's Twin Evil, Christmas Carol, and Erica Sky may take over. Oh, cool. All right, Shellback's like, Coach? No. This is just me. It's just me, Snacks. You know what I mean? It's me in puppet form. Just me in puppet form, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Coach is red. I'm orange. Orange and blue. Coach is Coach is green, and Coach is a lot bigger too. Coach is a ton bigger, man. Lot bigger. But yeah. So yeah, we have control of oil. We have the control that it will go. Hopefully, it'll come up to U.S. and make everything a lot cheaper. Um, that would be great. That would be great. I mean, shoot, we put in lots of money for the military. I mean, might as well freaking reap the benefit of using that military, right? Shoot, we do so much of our taxes. Um, if we have the chance to like get our oil prices down and make everything from freaking from clothing to, oh god, seafood, freaking make oil super cheap, and we can freaking so we can actually like buy crab again at a decent price instead of like freaking, how much is it, like $13 a pound or something like that? No, it's like $14 a pound. Maybe in some places it might even be freaking like $20. Who knows? I I don't even know. I'm curious on how much crab is, but yeah, a lot of crab meat has been, and just seafood in general has been really pricey because all the freaking, you know, well, let's just say it. Uh, one thing Biden was really good at was messing up the oil industry. Oh boy. And Trump's all like, drill, baby, drill. I'm like, okay, 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 yeah, let's see it. Let's see it. Drill, baby, drill better mean um pump cheap gas for dear old Snacks. That's what I'm saying. But let's go. Mhm. Okay, let's switch it around. There I am. All right. All right. Okay. So, well, I didn't exactly think your coach, but you had seen him in a while. There's a this guy. So yeah. Well, we're made by the same hands. You know what I mean? We use the same kind of um well, literally literally made by the same hands and operated by the same hands too. Hmm. So, so I could see why you think it's the family resemblance. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, yeah. Good to see it. Good to see you there, Shelly. Good to see you. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. So this is on the news tab on the let's see. It says U.S. forces capture Maduro and wife in Caracas palace raid. Ooh. Yeah. 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 So it was like, and no, it did happen yesterday. I thought so. I thought so. It was early yesterday. Yeah, early yesterday. I was sleeping in, kind of just having a kind of an easy bummish day. You know what I mean? And yeah, so yeah, he's indicted for narco terrorism, ties to cocaine and weapons charges, admin Venezuelan long economic collapse under his rule since 2013. Wow, he's been president for a long ass time. Many Venezuelans celebrate with flags and tears, shouting thanks to Trump. And yeah, they've been having kind of a festival arriba and all that stuff. Man, it's been pretty cool. There also been some whiny freaking liberals being like, "Oh my God, Trump is literally invading. He's literally Hitler." Wah! It's like, no, we're not trying to take over Venezuela like Hitler tried to take over Poland. That's not what's happening. You know what I mean? It's you know it's like we're not trying to take them over and then deport all the people from here back over to there. At least I don't think that's the thing. Probably not a good move. I don't think. But 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 yeah. Oh, Jim. Yep. Crazy horse. Yep. Yeah, everyone's here there, Shelly. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. So the White House did this one. Uh if you don't know, now you know, Eagle. Yeah. Ready? Here we go.
Venga por mí. Aquí lo espero en Miraflores. No
No, no,
se tarde en
no.
llegar.
Don't take too long, Calvert.
If you don't know, now you know.
Okay. let me cut this down. And then he's like, boo doo 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 doo. All right, hopefully that wasn't too long. I don't want to get copyrighted because the White House wants to play that stuff. But yes, oh, is this one freaking um Marco Rubio. So have you been following this? Marco Rubio is just like it's like, hey, you know what? I don't give a crap what you think. Um UN. It's like I don't give a crap what the UN thinks. The UN is retarded. You know what I mean? It was kind of reminds me of that Chappelle skit, and I think someone like spliced those two together. And it's like, you know what? You know what? If you don't like it, you can sanction me. Sanction me with your army. Oh wait, you don't have an army. You can't. Oh, freaking Chappelle! I love Chappelle show, man. Chappelle show was great. Oh, and someone's all like, "Oh, yeah." Some people are just crazy. And here, let's see, what is this? Now a massive march NYC against Trump on Venezuela. Yeah, a lot of Venezuelan flags, but no Venezuelan people. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say no Venezuelan people. Yep, 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 yep. All right, all right. Let's keep scrolling. All right, we got some Venezuelan people who are just saying gracias, Senor Trump, and all that stuff. We got more people saying thank you. Let's see. Just in. We got Nick Sawyer. Venezuelan have now shown up in Times Square to confront a large group of communist protesters. I mean, let's be honest. It's let's get our facts straight here. Maduro and like all his underlings, like all the people in power, the only people who are not starving, those are the freaking what do you call it? The champagne socialists in charge of the communist power. You know, I say power, but I mean party. I meant party, but let's be honest, they have the power, so they take all the stuff for themselves. And instead of distributing a whole bunch, no, that's too hard. You have to get all the stuff, keep it, and if people cry a little bit, you just give them crumbs. And if they starve, well, okay, just maybe a little more crumbs, not too much though. You want to keep as much power as you want, you know. Uh, uh, that's just how it is, man. It's freaking evil people. But yeah, yeah. But let's see what this has to say.
Thank you, Mr. President Donald Trump. Thank you. Maduro exporta coca. Maduro narcotraficante.
There you go. He's just all like, "Thank you, Mr. President." Is there any like confrontations?
¿Qué haces tú aquí? Tú no eres estadounidense.
Oh, and the New York police they're trying to quell stuff, but let's be honest, they're honestly like police used to they used to like fight against them, like all the crazy Antifa people, but now they're kind of just like protecting them because yeah, you know, that's how these things go. Whew, whew. That's some crazy stuff right there. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what the chat is saying. Sorry, sometimes I gotta read the screen and I make it big. You know what I mean? Now I gotta read the chat. See, I learned from a van life YouTuber today that if you're mega, you're automatically inherently an asshole. Hmm. Sure. Sure. Why not? It's okay to be an asshole. You know? Just don't be a cunt about it, right? Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. That was oh yeah. Yeah. Van YouTubers. Yeah, well, there's probably some like off the grid YouTubers that like there's like so here's it goes. There it goes. There's like minimalist living in like apartments, and then and if you have money, you live in a tiny home, right, that you built yourself. And then if you don't have as much money, but you've got a little bit of money, you're like a van tuber person, right? And then if you don't have that much money, or you're just like super awesome survivalist guy, you're like this is me literally in roughing it, you know. Eh, those people are like those people are pretty cool because they can like hike like 100 miles, you know, in like a probably like a weekend or something like that, you know. But they probably take like 3 days, like a long weekend, and they'll probably camp out in like some dugout hideout that they spent like an hour and 2 hours to make. Those are pretty cool people. But yeah, that's kind of how those crazy people go. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. I give and take it. You know what I mean? I give and take him. They're all right. They're all right. They're all right. All right. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we got the Venezuelans are let's see, our elite. Miami has mass streets celebrating. Let's see, celebrate Yeah, they have mass street parties celebrating it. There we go. And yeah. They're very happy. They're very happy. Sorry about my reading skills. I'm still a Marine. Let's see. Shellback, good old buddy Shellback. He's like, to all I understand Donald Trump, I need a translator. Oh, maybe. And Snowdub is worrying about my subscribers. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad someone's worrying about my subscribers. Someone has to. I don't. I probably should. I did say the C word. I said the C word, but I'm not. It's not the Cotton Council, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't know. The Van Life YouTuber have more money than my apartment have an ass. Oh yeah. Well, you're not like one of those like those people that like deck out their apartments and show you like their crazy like rooms. Like they have like a computer that like takes up half their room and stuff like that. I'm talking about those guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. Of course, on the other end, you got people like a whole bunch of money. They have like a big mansion and they've got like 9 other rooms are like straight up freaking all themed and stuff. They're literally like a shrine in every room for some like weird hobby that they like. Yeah, I wish I had that kind of money. But those people are like freaking millionaires or multimillionaires. Eek. I'm saying like he can say the C word. Yeah. Yep. Snow dub. All right. Okay, back guess we're going back to back to the thing. All right. So we got General Resin Kane. He's here and gives us the detailed breakdown of the United States military attack on the Venezuelans. Let's be honest, not the Venezuelan people. I'm talking about the communist empire. He says we... I can't... It's hard to do the Trump voice for very long. I don't know how some people do it. I guess they practice a lot. I don't really do Trump voice as much. But so they detailed that they knew what Maduro ate and where his pets were. Wow! Hey, cops. Hey there, police officers. See how easy it is not to shoot the dog? Wait, did they shoot the dog? Did they shoot Maduro's dog? Did they freaking just throw a flashbang and kill his parrot? I have no idea what kind of pet Maduro has. I don't know. But let's
endangering the entire mission, and failure is never an option for America's joint force. Those in the air over Caracas last night were willing to give their lives for those on the ground and in the helicopters. Let me talk a little bit about the preparation.
Here we go.
After months of work by our intelligence teammates to find Maduro and understand how he moved, where he lived, where he traveled, what he ate, what he wore, what were his pets. In early December, our force was set pending a series of aligned events. Key was choosing the right day to minimize the potential for civilian harm and maximize the element of surprise and minimize the harm to the indicted personnel. So as the president said, they could be brought to justice.
Important, I guess.
And as the president said earlier today, weather in Venezuela.
Well, let's be honest. You probably wouldn't have a gorilla. That'd be a little too dangerous. But that if I was worried about freaking getting captured by United States military, I'd definitely own like 6 gorillas in my palace. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But no, if he had like a tiger, yeah, a lot of people own tigers. Like if he was like freaking Venezuelan Tiger King, yo, literally freaking roping. That'd be a hell of a freaking like war stories. It's like, yeah, I was with Delta Force and we captured Maduro. First, we busted in the door and freaking like 3 Bengal tigers came after us. Man, I had to dump 2 mags on those cats, and then we went quiet again. I'm surprised we didn't wake them up. I'm shocked. I'm shocked we didn't wake up Maduro, but we bagged them and we freaking flew them out of there. That'd be freaking crazy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, hey, Punkwaddle. What's going on, my dude? Hey, Punkwaddle. If you were a dictator, what kind of exotic pet would you have? Would you have like some kind of security pet, like a tiger, or like like oh, you probably live somewhere cold, so you maybe have like a couple like timber wolves. Yeah, some endangered timber wolves. Yeah, owning an endangered species is always kind of the dictator kind of thing. You know what I mean? But unless you're gonna stay in Texas, then you might maybe have some like anacondas or maybe a crocodile. That'd be pretty cool. Not an alligator, just like straight up crocodile. Just like in like your lazy river that you don't actually go inner tubing in for obvious reasons. So some people have like a koi fish pond, but no, I've got an alligator river moat with a crocodile in there. Yo, dang. What is with this conversation just totally like just went left field with the freaking oh sorry, I did a Zorhan Mandami kind of wank. Aha! I am the mayor of New York, the communist mayor of New York. Rah. Oh my goodness. Oh, here you go. Punk will tell me. Let's see. No Tiger King, but I could go over to Louisiana and get some Crocs leather boots. Oh, yo, Crocman. Yeah. King of the Bayou. Yo, we got the Bayou water over here. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see. Shellback has a rattlesnake moat. That would be Texan. Okay. Rattlesnakes are pretty cool. I'm not too scared of rattlesnakes. They will freak me out, and I will not want to be bit by one. But I can handle a rattlesnake. Like, though a crocodile moat would probably be the worst. You know what I mean? Just like first you survive the crocodile moat, then you freaking fend off all the Bengal tigers, and then you're into like the inner suites, and then you get freaking mauled to death by a freaking gorilla. Whew. Man, that's like the most deadly game of freaking trying to like it's like Noah's Ark of freaking lethality kind of thing. A bear, a cage with a bear. Okay, yeah, you get the bear like a big brown bear or a polar bear and a gorilla. And you get the intruders. You just like pull up the cages and they're like rah, and they demolish. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what's up. That's what's up. Sharks with freaking sharks with laser beams don't work. They don't work. Like you'd think they would work, but let's be honest, they probably not work. I mean, it's funny. It's funny in the movie. Oh, we got sharks with freaking laser beams, but yeah, no, I don't think so. All right.
Venezuela is always a factor this time of the year. And over the weeks through Christmas and New Year's, the men and women of the United States military sat ready, patiently waiting for the right triggers to be met and the president to order us into action. Last night, the weather broke just enough, clearing a path that only the most skilled aviators in the world could maneuver through. Ocean, mountain, low cloud ceilings, but when tasked with a mission.
So what he's talking about is so they had a limited time of like so we have like air coverage of like stealth fighters who are not going to get picked up on radar, and then we had rotor wing aircraft that are going to fly in like under radar detection and all that stuff. And we needed both of those elements because one was supporting the other, and you know what I mean. So that's kind of what he's talking about. So that limited frame of like nice night sky, all quiet, and all that stuff, except for the. But you can't hear it like miles away. You can only hear it when they're right above you, and when they're right above you, guess what? Yeah, it's already too late because you just survived like whatever freaking hellfire missiles they just rained down upon you. You know what I mean? It's either that or you're just a normal civilian and you weren't the target. Count your lucky stars kind of thing. So
this organization does not quit. At 10:46 p.m. Eastern Time last night, the president ordered the United States military to move forward with this mission. He said to us, and we appreciate it, Mr. President, good luck and Godspeed. And those words were transmitted to the entire joint force. Over the course of the night, aircraft began launching from 20 different bases on land and sea across the Western Hemisphere. In total, more than 150 aircraft, bombers, fighters, intelligence, reconnaissance, surveillance, rotary wing were in the air last night.
Dag. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had like some, was it like the B-1 Lancers, like a couple of those crazy spy plane things, and they had bombers too. Ooh, maybe they had some. They did say from the land, so I'm thinking they had those B-2 Spirits going in for another a tasting of some third world bombing. You know what I mean?
Thousands and thousands of hours of experience were airborne. Our youngest crew member was 20, and our oldest crew member was 49, and there's simply no match for American military might. As the night began, the helicopters took off with the extraction force, which included law enforcement officers, and began their flight into Venezuela at a...
Dang. I mentioned being like just like an average, like you probably wouldn't be you'd probably be SWAT. You'd probably be at the bare minimum some kind of like federal agent SWAT kind of person, just going in, and you're looking to your left and you're looking to the right, and you're just like the creme de la creme of freaking like special operations guys. And they're like, "What are you here for?" And they're like, "Just here to put on the cuffs. You know, just here to read him his Miranda lights." Yep.
100 feet above the water. As they approached Venezuelan shores, the United States began layering different effects provided by Spacecom, Cybercom, and other members of the interagency to create a pathway. Overhead, those forces were protected by aircraft from the United States Marines, the United States Navy, the United States Air Force, and the Air National Guard. The force included F-22s, F-35s, F-18s, EA-18s, E-2s, B-1 bombers, and other support aircraft, as well as numerous remotely
Okay, yeah, they did have B-1 bombers. Yo, thought so.
Piloted drones. As the force began to approach Caracas, the Joint Air Component began dismantling and disabling the air defense systems in Venezuela, employing weapons to ensure the safe passage of the helicopters into the target area.
I mean, that's what happens when you have the largest air force in the world, and United States Air Force, and the second largest air force in the world, the United States Navy and Marine Corps Air Wing, come in and freaking just take out your country. It's literally just air superiority Is it's like, do they have it? The answer is yes. The question is, how fast, do they want it? That's the real question. How fast do they want air superiority? Oosh. And this one was quite fast.
The goal of our air component is, was, and always will be to protect the helicopters and the ground force and get them to the target and get them home. As the force crossed the last point of high terrain where they'd been hiding in the clutter, we assessed that we had maintained totally the element of surprise. As the helicopter force ingressed towards the objective at low level, we arrived at Maduro's compound at 1:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 2:01 a.m. Caracas local time, and the apprehension force descended into Maduro's compound and moved with speed, precision, and discipline towards their objective and isolated the area to ensure the safety and security of the ground force while apprehending the indicted persons.
Them Navy
On
boys.
arrival into the target area, the helicopters came under fire, and they replied to that fire with overwhelming force in self-defense. One of our aircraft was hit, but remained flyable, and as the president said earlier today, all of our aircraft came home, and that aircraft remained flyable during the rest of the mission. As the operation unfolded at the compound, our air and ground...
All right, here's some bits. Here's some bits. Like, imagine being the pilot that got some combat damage, and like when a pilot comes down, they get debriefed and they go to the little computer and they type up all like the issues and gripes and stuff like that, and they send it over to the maintenance department, and the bird might be up. It might be up status or down status. Obviously, it's a down aircraft. It's gonna go into the hangar bay, or needs to get worked on, right? So imagine like the maintenance chief being like, combat damage. Shit. I haven't seen this code in a long time. Actually, I've never seen this code. What's going on here? You know what I mean? So, oh man, like because let's be honest. We've been bombing sand people for a long time, and we haven't even got shot back yet. Let's be honest. They haven't had any like weapons to actually hit our fixed wing aircraft. Maybe our rotor wing aircraft. That's a possibility, but let's be honest. Even like their rotor wing guys, they're flying too high, and their weapons are very accurate. They can hit them from like miles and miles away, well, hundreds of feet up, and you can barely hear. You can maybe hear like a buzzing of the freaking helicopters, and they can light you up with their freaking Gatling guns. So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Ground intelligence teams provided real-time updates to the ground force, ensuring those forces could safely navigate the complex environment without unnecessary risk. The force remained protected by overhead tactical aviation. Maduro and his wife, both indicted, gave up and were taken into custody by the Department of Justice, assisted by our incredible U.S. military with professionalism and
Now, I wonder, did they give up? Did they like automatically like, I surrender? Or were they just like, taking a tinkle, you know what I mean? And they got some hands just like swipe them, just like shh, and then freaking bag them and freaking run them out there. I mean, that's a good question. I kind of want to know that answer, but let's just say the more political term. Because he's a general, so he's gonna give us some military tactic to the troops, but he's gonna do political bullshit to everyone else, to the politicians, to the public. A general is like he develops war doctrine, right? And he's also a politician. So that's kind of what freaking generals are nowadays. And let's be honest, that's always been a thing. Even in World War II, that's kind of how generals were. They were literally had PR firms for generals because they had some political power. Eisenhower and freaking what's his name, Patton. Patton didn't give a crap about freaking PR. He had some bad PR, and well deserved too, well deserved. But he was right about a lot of stuff. He was right about a lot of stuff. But yeah, yeah.
Precision, with no loss of U.S. life. After securing the indicted persons, the force began to prep for departure. Helicopters were called in to exfiltrate the extraction force, while fighter aircraft and remotely piloted aircraft provided overhead coverage and suppressive fire. There were multiple self-defense engagements as the force began to withdraw.
Self-defense engagements, aka strafing runs, bombing runs, literally like air-to-air freaking shot down. It's just craziness. Yo. But we'll just chalk it up into one word.
Out of Venezuela. The force successfully exfiltrated and returned to their afloat launch bases, and the force was over the water at 3:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with indicted persons on board.
Dang.
And both Maduro and his wife were embarked aboard the USS Iwo Jima.
It's Iwo Jima, not Iwo Jima. What the heck, man? Ah, well, he's an airman. Still, it's Iwo Jima. But yeah. He was on a. They freaking transported him on a little freaking carrier, one of the little ones, I think. Is Iwo Jima one of the little ones? I think so. It's a rotor wing. It's a vertical takeoff carrier. So it's one of the carriers where you can't take off if you're a fixed wing, because I don't think it has. Does it have a catapult? I don't think it's got a catapult. I keep on going over here and asking, but it's the only thing I have over there is literally just the non puppet form of me. But yeah, get your fritter. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty insane. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure everyone's been pretty happy about this though, right? I think so. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Whew. Hey, drone pilots are not real pilots. Yeah, I said it. I mean, they are real pilots, but they're as real as a puppeteer is to actually being a monster. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're literally controlling a actual tangible flying thing. So yeah, they're technically pilots, but yeah, that's it. I mean, it's also very versatile. I mean, pilots can get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, but they can't get any smaller to like light aircraft. You can't do like super ultra light, right? Like super ultra light would be like a drone, you know. And well, I guess they have those like crazy like those flying bike things that some people are like trying to or one person like literally made like a whole bunch of like rotor with the little drones, you know, like the drones. He just like attached like 1,000 of them and then made like a skateboard thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. He was just like, I can't actually fly it around the city because there's like issues and stuff like that, and like the FAA was like getting all mad and stuff like that, and yeah, keep on saying stuff like that. I haven't done just a random talk show in a long time. That was good. This has been fun. Maybe I should do some more of these. Hell yeah. There we go. But yeah. Okay. I'm trying to see if yeah, there's some craziness around. Oh my god, so many freaking memes of freaking just memeing on Maduro. You know what I mean? They got him doing the Trump dance. They got freaking Trump dressed up as Maduro and all that stuff. And oh my god, so craziness. What the heck? Yeah, they literally got freaking Maduro. Oh, hold on. I guess I could show you this bit. They literally got freaking Maduro cleaning the Oval Office as a janitor guy. Whew. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. when you deport all your when you deport all your housekeepers, you need to capture a foreign dictator to do. That's that's funny. If that's a real thing, that would be hilarious. But that's obviously AI memery. But shoot, man, that was freaking hilarious. Oh, shoot, man, that's freaking crazy. He's just there eating pizza and whatnot. Oh shoot. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, yeah, they got freaking. Everyone's memeing on freaking. Okay, that's another thing I can talk about. I guess I could talk about freaking. Because does anyone know when the freaking Tim Walsh, the almost former vice president, the almost president, no, the almost vice president. He was Kamala's running mate. That's right. Yeah, the Latino housekeeping. Totally not a stereotype. Yeah, definitely not. That was freaking hilarious, though. I freaking love that bit. Oh god. Yeah, it's Demon Reds. What's going on? Oh shoot! I almost kicked my freaking cord. Hold on. Is my audio still good? Yeah. Got my cord around my foot. Whoop, whoop. Okay. And oh yeah, saying tampon Tim. Yeah, that's a saying people have been saying. But I guess he's going to he was summoned to appear before, was it Congress or the Senate? He was good. Thank you. I had my foot around the cord. It was all wrapped around. I was like, nuts. I definitely need some Velcro. I need to do some kind of wrap job for all this audio stuff. But yeah. yeah. So what was I thinking? Oh yeah, Minnesota. So he's the governor of Minnesota, and he is on the hook, or rather, he's kind of, what is it? It's like someone going in and like they're going in and they're like seeing, like, you got a yard that's like overgrown and stuff like that, and you're like, yes, I've been cutting grass. I've been cutting all this grass, and you just show like an indoor, like your indoor house, little greenery, just a little bit. You're like, yeah, that's nice. That looks okay, but you got the rest of your lawn is overgrown, dude. You need to cut your grass, and now he's gonna blame everyone for pointing out that his grass isn't cut, kind of thing. Oh, that's I'm freaking terrible at analogies when I'm on the spot. But yeah, he's just, so Tim Walsh is just, he's just all like, yeah, we've been indicting people on fraud cases a lot. I'm not actually sure if that's true, or is it just lip service. It's let's be honest, some random YouTuber, what's his name? Freaking what is that? What's this? The silly YouTuber guy? Just some he's a freaking baby. He's like a 22 years old kid, just going around and being like, and having these freaking these Somalians being like, who are you? Who are you? It's like oh, I work for me. I'm some YouTuber guy. I'm just doing a story on fraud, on daycare fraud. We've been seeing a lot of like crazy numbers in taxpayer dollars going to a daycare here. Is there a daycare here? Where are the kids? It's like the literally two questions he's asked. Is this a daycare? Where are the kids? And he's been going like times of normal operations, right? And people are like, well, was it CNN? CNN was like, yeah, no, he actually tried to open locked doors. Like he tried to open locked. Why are the doors locked during normal operations? Like that's a fire hazard, right? One, okay. Two, that's like what the, you know what I mean? It's like, he's like trying to apply his kid. You know what I mean? It's like if you're a legitimate business, you should be like welcoming in business, right? Now there are some businesses that have certain clienteles, like, you know, like they're exclusive clienteles to like certain things, like weapons and you know, like booze and stuff like that. You know, some people, they actually need a liquor license to buy directly from certain like distributors and stuff like that. Or they need like guns, especially guns. You need to have certain like licenses to actually be a seller of guns and stuff like that. You know, I keep on saying stuff like that. Oh, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I freaking mean. Shoot. But yeah, Nick Shirley. Thank you. It was Nick Shirley. Yeah. YouTuber just doing a good follow up to it with Nick Shorter. You've got how to pronounce that guy's name. I see him all the time today. Let's see, Delta Force. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had the Delta. We're talking about the Delta Force snatch job. They say kidnapped him. Yeah. I mean, technically, they arrested him and then they extradited him. Which depending on how his trial is gonna go, it could be considered kidnapping. Could be, but no, it was justified. 100% just. It was literally like a couple weeks ago. He's like, "Come get me, you cowards!" And we got him. Hey, sir, your Uber's here. Chop. Oh, but back on the freaking back on the what you call it, the freaking the scandal that is the daycare system in Minnesota. Let's be honest. These people, they don't need daycare because they don't work. They just pretend that they're doing daycare service, and they give a little kickbacks to some of the people that have children. But those people that have children, they watch their own damn kids, and they grab a little bit of the money. That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they do that, and like, is it good? Is it bad? It's like, it's kind of hard to say. But literally, I was watching was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. They had some people talking about the same shit happens in Massachusetts. Literally, the state below me. Literally the people right below me that come up here and freaking make this state freaking like very blue, right? Like people that like, they're like like they for some reason or another they have they just live in like very southern New Hampshire, and they pretty much work down in Massachusetts. So they're 100% a Massachusetts person, except for they just have a apartment in New Hampshire, and they'll vote this state freaking blue, except for the state representative and the state senate and all that people. Like the state is very red, like domestic government is red, but all our senators and stuff like that are all blue. And I'm like, what the heck? Like how do we have a majority freaking Republican in state Congress, but when it's like the federal Congress, it's all blue. I'm like, I don't get it. What's going on here? And maybe Democrats only vote blue up ticket, and they actually leave the bottom ticket blank, or there's some funny business. I don't know, but I blame the Massachusetts people too, because I feel like there's some people down south that are invading. Yeah, we need a wall, but yeah, there was a whole bunch of like the problem with the people in Massachusetts is it's not always like the Leering Center. A lot of those places in Massachusetts, it's a lot easier actually. So it's probably a little more what do you call it? It's harder to prove. If it's harder to set up, it's harder to prove fraud, right? I think I'm not exactly sure, but I think if it's easier to set up, it's easier to make it fraud, because a lot of those places, they're actually residential domiciles, right? They're places where people live and all that stuff. So hell, chat history with happening. So we snagged. There you go. But yeah, and you can't just walk into someone's house without a freaking without an appointment, or without their go ahead, or without a warrant. And you can't really get a warrant unless you have some good evidence. So it's gonna be like, oh smokes, yeah. Whew. Yeah, we're gonna need more paperwork on people down in Massachusetts that may or may not be scamming the system, just like Minnesota is. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have a lot of freaking Somalians down in Massachusetts? I don't think so. I just think they're just freaking. Well, let's be honest. I will say this. The way that freaking Massachusetts taxed its own people, I would be scamming the government too. Can't blame them. Can't. I mean, I can, because it's freaking garbage thing to do. But shoot. Dang. Whew, it's almost time to go. I do have to wake up early tomorrow morning. But man, I need to start the stream earlier, so I can freaking, you know what I mean? That's probably why those crazy streamers, they go on for like a couple hours, so they actually like build up an audience. Whew. Maybe I should do that next time and go for a longer stream. Yeah. I think that'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. But tomorrow night I'm probably gonna rest up a little bit. I might pop on to the Mech Pit channel with our buddy Ironcaster, and Punk Waddle's there too sometimes. Good amount of times too, and sometimes there's other people too. I might show up there. It depends on how tired I am tomorrow, which I gotta wake up stupid early today, and yeesh. Tuesday I do plan on doing a nip and nag. Plan on nipping and nagging, and yeah, stream of puppetness. Yeah. And then Punk Waddle, do you want to keep our cotton collisions on Wednesday? I feel like that's an okay day to do it. I mean, Thursday, I don't think there's any craziness happening down on Thursday, but if we do the cut and council, it's gonna be a lot earlier. It's gonna be like 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's gonna be like 7 o'clock. Maybe even earlier if Punk 101 is able, but yeah, we got to do that. So, and then every other day. So I'm gonna give Thursday a break. I might do something Friday. Saturday we usually do something, and then Sunday I might keep Sunday kind of a rest day. So there we go. Yeah. I know it's not like it's not strictly every other day, but it's like, I'm gonna do at least 3 video to streams a week. You know what I mean? I got my freaking Gators Grand Adventures on Friday. I'm gonna try that, and we'll see. Yeah. All right, all. Be good. Stay hungry. And well, just don't do what Gator would do, right? All right. Hey, Gator, kill the stream.
Oh, what happened, Freddy?
Gator! What happened? Gator! Wake up! Wake up, Gator! Oh, buddy! This is the end of the con! We gotta go home!